Hello and welcome back to another video. Is there sound? Hello? Mic check, 1, 2. Always lose my audio. 3, 4. Alright, so here we have an Eaton 778. This is a, oh, you can't even see it. What am I doing here? So Eaton 778 out of a Swisher 2766 zero-turn mower. And basically it was weak, so I took it out and we're going to tear it down, figure out what's wrong, put it back together. I already tried putting fluid in here last year and it just kind of, this project got put on the back burner. But I noticed there's not fluid in it now, so it didn't leak out. It wasn't, I mean, I guess not a lot goes in here, but I didn't see it like under the mower or anything. So maybe it just really was lower than I thought and I should have just kept filling it. I don't know. I already have it out, so I guess we'll just take it apart. I do have a manual on my phone. I saw it and saw the parts breakdown and some of the diagrams and stuff. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at. If I need to look at it, I can, but I don't think we'll really have to. I'm just gonna clean this up a little more. This is a very professional workbench, as you can see. My workbench that I made, I haven't moved yet. It's kind of funny because the lawnmower is in a different spot than the workbench, is in a different spot than my tools. And here, so this is what we have to work with though. What size is that? 5/16? What size is that? 3/8? Tools are in the back of my car, so they're all over the place here. And I didn't bother draining it first because there's nothing in, well, come on, you. There's nothing in the reservoir here, but this bolt is wet, so maybe. Well, I suppose I don't really need this until spring, and I'm already tired of working on a tote, and this thing doesn't want to come off. Therefore, maybe sometime next week, I can get my pulley-puller thingamabob, where'd the screw go? Pulley-puller thingamabob and my workbench in here, and some of my other tools, and then I'll continue this. Alrighty, so we're back here again. Got my workbench set up here, and I guess I'll just continue this. Of course, I forgot my stand for the camera, so I guess I'll just set you here. Hopefully you don't fall down too many times. Hopefully be able to get the pulley off with this guy. Oh yeah, came right off. Whoop. Alright, so now we can continue with the rest of these here. Alright, so I'm just letting the fluid drain out a bit before I continue, but first impression is, it's probably fine, but this piece here is like the back side of where the pulley would be turning on the lawnmower, or from the belt on the lawnmower. And that part that looks like that will go in here. And you see how it's like the squares cut out for it, and then it's like there's a little groove here and a little groove up here where it's like probably shifted weird, but I think it's probably fine. It must have been still turning, but yeah, just something to maybe consider if I'm looking at it more. How come this doesn't come out? Some stuff kind of fell out of place here. You can see there's like a ball there. Where else was that looking? I mean, those are all the way around it because that's what comes out, and I imagine it rides in this groove here. Yeah, I don't know. So far nothing jumps out at me that would be like, oh my gosh, that's the reason it's not working. We might lose our lights pretty soon. I have the solar system set up, and as soon as this battery gets a load on it, so it starts at 13.8 because it's charging from the sun, and then drops down to 12.2 is what it's at right now. I'm gonna go brush off the solar panels. They're covered with ice, so they're not doing a lot, but they're doing a little. Still draining, eh? Looks like some check valves, maybe. Seems like there's a lot of material in here. One spring is longer than the other. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything. Alright, so this kind of looks like part of the filter, which I don't think should be there. It's just kind of hanging out on the side here. This looks like part of the brake. Probably went in somehow. This is some sort of clutch. I think I'm going to get another paper towel set up here. So being that this is the gear side of stuff, I don't think this is going to be the problem, because as I'm turning it here, the shaft is spinning over there. And I don't know what the ratio is for those sun gears in there, but I'm just going to leave that how it is. I don't really think there's any point in taking this apart, unless I get curious. I might pop it apart. We'll see. But this part is still dripping a little, but this being the motor side, I believe the balls in here are spring loaded, so I'll try not to drop them. And there's that filter in there that looks pretty dirty. So I just kind of looked at the manual a little bit here, and it looks like a lot of this stuff you're not really supposed to take apart, apparently. Like these plunger things here, which I think I'm going to change that O-ring on there anyways. But so how does that even, I wish I knew a little bit more about how that works. But then it also said that these balls from this thing, that each one should go in a certain hole. But I don't know, hopefully they're close enough, because it said to use like an egg carton or something, or an ice cube tray to like keep them separate, but I didn't do that because I didn't read that part until after I did it, but I think it'll be alright. But next, I think I'm going to try to get this filter out, and it kind of said like don't take that apart either. Or, I mean, the filter probably can, but I don't know exactly how to get it out without taking out, there's this pin back here, like when you put the mower in, like pull that thing on the back so you can like push it around freely. I think that's the part that has to come out, but I don't really know how to do that. There's that filter in there that I was talking about, and I think to get that out I need to take this like plug off, but that's an Allen key, and I don't know what I did with mine, but I have a feeling they might be in my toolbox that's not here. So that does me a lot of good. I suppose I'll go look for that. Alright, well, it wasn't where I thought it was in my toolbox. The keys here. I checked in 4 other spots and didn't find it. I came back here and I looked in my my truck. I didn't find it, and I was like, well, where else would it be? And then I went inside, and where it's warm, and I stood there for a second and I thought about it, and I was like, maybe, just maybe, it's in this red toolbox here, which was in the bed of my truck. So I went in there, I saw the toolbox, and it was of course way in the back of the cab, and I have a Tanya, whatever. To know. However it's pronounced, but I have one of those covers, and so I had to crawl in there. But needless to say, they were in there. This is the biggest one, 8mm. What do we have going on here? Not sure what I'm looking at. Interesting. Wonder what I did with my flashlight. So it looks like the part that actuates this little button on the bottom, like when you want to push your mower around, it picks up 2 things on the bottom of these things here. So I don't know if that just blocks off flow or bypasses something. I guess I'm not really sure. And this is one of those things that it said not to mess with, or not to pull out, unless there's a seal leaking or yada yada. But this is leaking a little bit. That could be my excuse to enter. What's my next move here? I think I want to take that filter out to clean it, but I don't know how to get in there. Alright, so this just says to remove it. It doesn't say how to. So I think I'm going to stick this guy in here through this port that I took off and see if I can just pry it out this way. I don't think I can. So while I was messing around with this and getting it ready, I just noticed this little nick in there. I don't know exactly, I don't know, it doesn't really look like it's supposed to be there, but I guess I don't know for sure. But there's a hole here that looks intentional. And I know this is like where you fill it up. So I don't know if maybe that is supposed to be there. I guess I don't know. But I also was kind of like playing around here a little bit, and I noticed, so there's tension on this piece when I push on it, but it's like in here there's those two valves that I guess I don't really know when they come into play, but this one was like pushed down because the spring in there was not really doing anything, and so I stretched the spring and put it back in there, and I think that's probably the biggest thing I found so far, I think, besides everything being dirty, which could cause problems. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep throwing her back together here. I don't even know if this stuff is good anymore. It's oh, non-hardening. I don't think that's what I want. Is it? I don't know. This stuff I had left over from something else, but the stuff's all leaked out, and I don't know. I feel like I remember it being more of a gray color than this turd green type color, but I don't know. I think I'll just go for it. If it leaks, whatever. I'll just have to do it again, I guess. So here goes nothing. Alright, so here's the mower itself. What I'm going to try to do is put fluid in it and spin it with the drill before putting it in the lawnmower, because first I want to check if that actually holds fluid, and the mower probably has a dead battery, so I doubt it'll start. And I forgot my jump starter thing. I just had to check the oil type. The manual says 20W20, but this is 20W50, and so I was like, because I have a couple other oils sitting over here, but this is what I used the last time, and I guess I'll use it again. How do I do this without spilling? Oh, jeez. I guess we just have to wait for that to go in there. Alright, this is going to take forever because I emptied out like an ice cream bucket worth of stuff in there. So, alright, so we're back again. The fluid was taking forever to fill, so I ended up taking it home, bringing it inside, and getting the fluid a little more viscous? Less viscous? Oh, man. Less viscous. It's just one of those things I always forget which way is which way. Anyways, so I got her filled up here. Basically, what I'm doing here is just spinning this side to try to bleed it, and you just move this lever back and forth, which would simulate if I was running the mower and doing this. That should be enough. I can do more if I have to, but I really hope this turns now, because and it's not. I don't know why. I don't know if I put it back together wrong. Alright, so I don't even know where to start. Basically, I was emptying out this bucket, or the drain pan, emptying this into these water bottles, and all of a sudden I was using a funnel. All of a sudden I heard a clunk, and I look, and there's this ball bearing, and then I heard another clunk, and there's another ball bearing, and I have no idea where these are coming from or where they came from. Obviously inside of here somewhere. I was going through like the manual and stuff like that, and oh, I fixed this. That's pretty cool. I could not find these bearing things anywhere, but I suspect they were maybe from under the, it's called the dampening piston. Underneath those pistons that I'm about to show you, there's springs that I pulled out during this last excursion, but I never, they were never on the, like in the diagram. I don't know why, but I suspect the ball bearings were maybe underneath that. And I went back and watched the footage of me taking this apart the first time, see if I could see the balls come out, and I couldn't see them come out, but when I tipped this upside down, I think I heard a splash when I tipped like this part into the bucket. Yeah, so these pistons here, there's one here and here. They just sit in there, and then there's a spring underneath them, and that spring wasn't on that diagram. It's actually kind of gross in here. I wonder if all that stuff is the gasket material that I had. Alrighty, so it's the next day. I got fluid in here, and I've kind of been like bleeding it and stuff, messing around with it a little bit. And yeah, I don't know. I'll just show you what we've got going so far, I guess. Basically, once I get her going, I can get it to turn, but it's not, I'll just show you. So, like it seems like it takes a lot of power, which is maybe the case anyways, I guess, for a working one, but I don't know. At least it's turning now. I think I'll still try to put it back in the mower and just see what can happen, because obviously the lawnmower engine is a lot more powerful than this, so maybe that's just what it needs, is more speed and power, but I don't know. At least it's turning. I'll probably keep bleeding it here since there's still bubbles coming out, but yeah. That's what we've got so far. Alright, so time to put this back on, see if it's working or not. Got the battery charging on the mower. I had some troubles. I forgot this at home, and then I had to, this is at my parents' house, but I had to straighten this part out because it was bent all over the place trying to get the pulley off the second time. She's not completely back together yet, but together enough that we'll be able to see if this actually fixed it or not. Hopefully it's charged up enough to start. Well, I just have to look at the key over here. Not getting power over there for some reason. The other day we were. Or I was, I guess. Well, I suppose I'll charge this, go home, grab the jumper pack, come back, try again. Alright, so I'm a bit of a doorknob. I grabbed the test light and stuff, and I was testing, and I had power switching on the key, so I was like, oh, okay, there's power there. And then I looked like down in here, and I saw there's like a switch that this pushes on, and you know, I don't know. This is my first zero turn, so leave me alone. But it turns over now, and it sounds stronger than it was before, so hopefully it's strong enough to keep turning it and start it. If I remember right, I haven't started this in like a year, but pretty sure it goes fine when it's up like this, but then once it's like on the ground with weight on it, then that's when it doesn't really want to go. Alright, got the big guns over here. Alright, so I think that adjustment in there is off a little bit, but it's getting smoky in here. I'm going to open this for some oxygenation. We're going to let her down off these blocks. You want to be like this, huh? suppose. I don't know. It seems like it's a little better maybe, but still not good. So I guess I'll just keep working on it. I think I'll go show you why. All right, well, allegedly this thing has the same Eaton 778 in it. It's just that the axle shaft is different. It's longer and it's not the tapered kind. It's just like a straight circle or whatever. So we're gonna pop that apart and try to swap that gear portion out with the one on the Swisher. And just realized it's missing that side panel there, but on this side. But hopefully that one works okay. Because if it doesn't, then I guess we'll have to, I don't know. I'll probably find a different mower, I guess. I mean, I'll probably keep the mower. I'm not really at a point in my life where I want to spend that kind of money on a mower. Plus I have like the tractor with the brush mower and stuff. That's really what I've been using. But yeah, I don't know. If that other one doesn't work, I guess I'll be finding some other replacement that I can just retrofit in there somehow. All right, so that other one over there that's drying right now, nothing happened. You could tell there was like probably not even any fluid in it. But basically pressure washing this off. And if I push this way and spray it, you can see the shaft spin. So that tells me that this pump's probably good, because I don't even think, I'll try it in a second with that other one, but I don't even think the like one that I rebuilt would turn if I did that, but with just such slow RPM. But yeah, I guess I was being extra for no reason using that thing, but this part turns even just by hand. So, and then this one doesn't even have fluid in it. But now I don't know if I want to sacrifice the good one that I know is good and working, or if I want to take the parts from this one, because this one I think just leaked out. Alright, so I have everything taken apart here. I got the good cone, or whatever you want to call it. This is the output shaft, the good one that I'm going to be using. This is the good unit that I'm going to be using. And then the bad stuff up here, but I'll be using this cover. I don't know if I explained it or not, but basically the stuff's different on top. That pulley's a little smaller, the one that I need. And then this one is kind of, it's not bolted on, it's like pinned on or whatever you want to call that. But basically I'm just using the guts from the good one and then reusing the old top and or input and output. But like all the guts inside will be new, or good, I guess, because this one's used. But I don't know, this oil kind of smells weird. Like I don't really know what it smells like, even almost like I don't know how to describe it, like moldy or something. I don't know. But yeah, that pretty much sums it up. And I also noticed, I kind of mentioned earlier in the video, this like hole here, there's the same thing on this one, so it must be there for a reason. And I wonder, it must go in this hole and then kind of drip down into the top of this for lubrication maybe. But and then this one isn't as badly scarred, like how on this one there's like that extra bump here and there. This one's not as bad. The top is a little different. This one has like, these pins come out. They probably won't now, but they come out almost every time I take it apart, and they just kind of sit in there. This one doesn't have like removable pins, and I still don't know if this one's newer or older or what, but this like circle part's here, whereas that one doesn't have it. So just a few small differences. Hopefully everything fits together good. I should probably look at, well, actually this spline here, oh, I need that. So I have to just make sure it fits up with this one. Oh, it's right here. So is that the same? Looks the same. All right, so yeah, should be good to go. Let's put this in here. And this one doesn't have that extra piece that, I think I threw it away, but I like just threw it away too. I don't know, whatever. That like piece that I thought was maybe from the filter, that wasn't in here, just hanging out. And I might, oh, this one doesn't have a filter, does it? Like you look in there and there's no filter. I might, I don't know if I feel like taking that apart, but we'll see. I'll play with it a little bit and show you if I come up with anything. I might take this ring off and just see. I'm just kind of curious if these are the same, like on there. Yeah, I lost some of the stuff fell in here, but yeah, I guess I'll put it all back together. Oh, there she is, all put back together. Wasn't very smooth. I mean, I guess I should have just drained this out. I mean, Well, maybe, I don't know. She's all back together there. I got this stuff over here now. I don't know if might put this on eBay or something, maybe make some of that money back, but yeah, I don't know. Guess we'll see what happens. All right, it warmed up, so she actually starts. I had her up and I had it in like the bypass mode and bled it, I think. I could still probably check the level just to make sure that's still good, but it seemed to be moving good. So I dropped it down off the blocks and we're gonna try it again here. Of course, I forgot my tripod, but that should do. Moment of truth. That side's faster than the other side now. And I do have that, the stop out of it, but you can tell now the left side is like not as good. You can feel it like skipping, which maybe I have to check the fluid in that one too, but yeah, I have this like over travel stop or whatever it is that this is supposed to run into somewhere. I'll have to put that back, but yeah, isn't that neat, eh? Paid $500 for that, and then for the snapper I think it was 200, so $700. Well, and like fluid and whatever else parts, but yeah, have a working 66-inch big mow. Don't get much better than that, eh? I mean, it does, but yeah, I have to decide if I'm gonna keep it or flip it. All right, well, there we have her. Thanks for watching. I'm glad this ended in success because, I don't know, my only other mower is, I guess, a 42-inch something else that I was going to just flip. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's great news. All right, well, thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. Hope you learned something maybe even. I don't see many videos about this Eaton 778, so it's nice to kind of tread the path for this. Which I don't know how. It's how many years old and it's been in how many snappers and stuff like that. And, oh, this is loose. There's a new washer on there, but yeah, all right. Have a good one. Toodles.